Hi, good evening all. I'm Havish Ram. So I'm going to present a topic, a service model of cloud. Okay. So basically, a cloud provider, they offer some services. So those services are categorized into three types. Okay. Types of services like SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Okay. IaaS. What is meant by SaaS? Yeah. SaaS is known as a software as a service. So, as definition says, it is a user-friendly model. They are going to provide a complete set of application, like so, complete software applications that hosted in cloud. Okay. So for like this, instead of purchasing or installing a software in individual device, so the client can access over the internet. So I can say the common software services is completely made by the cloud providers, and they will give these services to the users throughout the internet. Okay. Okay. The example of this SaaS is known as S3. In AWS, using this S3 is an example of software as a service. Okay. Then what is meant by PaaS? Platform as a service. So last we saw on a software as a service. As SaaS, in SaaS, the organization is will be there, but the cloud providers is going to give the whole setup till the application process. From the server to till the application process, they are doing to all the process and they are going to give the access to the organization. But here in platform as a service, okay, the infrastructure is going to maintained by the cloud providers. Okay, but the application will be developed by the organization and those application will be applied on this cloud, okay, like AWS, Azure, anywhere, but they are going to apply on this cloud. So the infrastructure in the mean of from the server to the OS, it will be manageable by the cloud providers, like any cloud providing like AWS, Azure, something. So here I'm going to see with AWS. Okay, from the server uh, till the OS, it will be managed by the AWS. But the software, our application will be developed by the organization and they will use it on those clouds. So as a destination says, it is saying that it is aimed to developers who want to focus on building their applications rather than managing the hardware or operating systems. So for this platform as a service, I can say the example as Lambda service. Yeah. Okay. Then we are going to move to the IaaS. Yeah. Infrastructure as a service. Okay. Here, as a definition says, it is going to provide all virtual resources to the organization over the internet, like server, storage, networking, computer resource. Okay. Yeah. So for example, the uh, the company is going to decide in terms of, I said that in SaaS, in software as a service, the company has no responsibilities. So, and we can say in platform as a service, they have a little bit of responsibilities because they are going to maintain their, they are going to develop in their application and they are going to apply on those cloud. Okay. But in this infrastructure as a service, it is going to be a full responsibility of the organization because here the cloud providers is going to provide their virtual resources to the organization, but the organization want to take a decision like how many size of server machine they need, like in what size of RAM they need, um, what VM softwares they are going to use. like what hypervisor software they are going to use to create a VMs on that physical machine. Then what are the OS they are going to install on those machine, and what are the applications they are going to run on those machine. So this all will be taking a responsibility of the organization. They are going to take, they are going to take these responsibilities. Okay. So for this infrastructure as a service, I will say the example as EC2. So today we are going to see about this EC2. Okay. What is meant by, yeah, what is meant by EC2? It is known as Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, what is the purpose of this? What is the use of this Elastic Compute Cloud in cloud computing? In AWS. It is used to create a virtual server machine in AWS Cloud, Amazon Cloud Services. Okay. So it's nothing but it's a virtual server machine we are going to create in AWS Cloud. So how we are going to create? Yeah. Let me do as a practical. So these are the common terminologies of EC2 in AWS, but we will see, we will see in this practical. After that, we will come with this terminology. So it's going to be easy. So I say that I'm going to create a virtual machine. From where? We are going to create from our remote, like remotely in the sense that we are going to create those virtual machines from our home or from our office to any other country or any other regions. So we can create on that. Okay. Yeah. We will see in practical. Try to Google Chrome. Yeah, I'm going to search with so AWS console. Okay. So I'm going to sign in this page, sign into the console. Here I'm having my account, so I'm going to use this. Okay. Here, yeah, it will be signed with password. So yes, now I'm going to skip it for now. Skip for now. I'm going to be skip for now. Yeah. Okay. Let we enter into the AWS services. Okay. See, I'm in UK. Okay, I'm in UK. I'm in London, for example. I'm in London. I'm going to create this virtual machine with the help of EC2 service. Okay, IaaS EC2 service. Okay, in Mumbai. Or I will do with any other country, like there are a lot of regions on the North Virginia, California, Singapore, Sydney. So we can create any region. We can create in any region this. Okay. I'm going to search with EC2. See, actually, when I'm searching with EC2, there's the EC2 services will come up. Okay, so in that EC2 service, they mentioned that virtual servers in the cloud. Okay, okay. I'm going to click this EC2 service now. So it take me to the dashboard of the Elastic Compute Cloud service. Okay, okay. So here, what I'm going to do, like I'm going to launch instance. Okay, so here, what is meant by instance? So in terminology of Amazon, the instance is known as a virtual server. So it's nothing but a virtual server. I'm going to create the, I'm going to launch the virtual server. Okay. Okay, here they are asking the name. So for example, I'm going to give a Windows machine. Okay, yeah. So application and OS images, AMI. So this is called as images. I mean OS images. It is like, for example, you all know about that. We can install. For example, we are going to install a Windows OS from Google Chrome, and then we'll use it. I mean, we'll boot that OS image into the pen drive, and we will install those operating system in a system or laptop, anything. Okay, but here in Amazon we can't download it because it is a OS template. Okay, it is a OS template to create a launch instance. Okay, here I'm going to select a Windows. Okay, so in Windows, I mean there are a lot of versions of OS is there. So here we can select those versions. So I am going to select the Windows Server 2022 base. Yeah, it's getting loaded. Can also used a 25 base, but it is a newer version for but for some security purpose we are going to use this 2022 base. Okay, here they defaultly given the instance type t2.micro. Okay, so what is mean by this instance type? It is a capacity or specification of the virtual machines. So there will be a lot of models, like for example, the RAM will be high, like that will be GPL or the something else. So I am going to use this T2 micro because it is a free tier eligible version. So for other those version, they are going to cost. I mean, they are going to cost something for us, but it is a free tier eligible version for our um, practical purpose. Okay, yeah, okay. Then key pair. Okay, what is mean by this key pair? It is used to securely connect to the server. So because see you are in any other location, and you are going to create a virtual machine in any other location, like we are going to create in any other country, but within those gap, if any hacker or is going to enter into that server machine, it is not good, because the server machine is going to contain some data about your work, then, and your client work as well as your client work data is your client data is going to be there in the server machine, then it's totally unfair. Okay, so in key pair, for that purpose the AWS gives a key pair to us. Okay, so there are two pair of keys. So in this key pair there are two pair of keys. One is private keys, another one is public key. So private key will be in the local computer, I mean in the OS. Okay, but the public key will be with the uh, AWS, I mean Amazon. Okay, so here the private key is a decrypting one, and public key is a encrypting one. Sure, yeah, it is a decrypting and encrypting method. So use this private key we use to connect a server, whether so they will, with the public key they will check whether we are the right person to authorize to here. Okay, yeah. So how to create a actually I already have two keys, but I will show. I mean, sorry, for this region I don't have, so I will go with the new key pair. Okay, so just give a key pair name. Anything you need a key pair name, like um I will enter this as, sorry, the space is not the, not, I mean they're not allowing the space, so I will type this Windows key. Okay, So this is a RSA method. They are going to use this algorithm to encrypt the private and public key pair. Okay, and we are for there are a file. I mean, there is a file version to download these keys like .pem and .ppk. So ppk we are using for Linux purpose. So I'm going with pem. Okay, so then just click it, create key pair. Okay, so the pem.pem version is get downloaded. Okay. So this is nothing but network settings. Like already said, we can in subnet. Okay, in subnet info we can edit like in which zone we want to create, like availability zone we want to create. So South AP South 1B 1A is there. So I'm going with this zone. Okay. Okay. Then we are going to enter into the security group. I mean, security group is a firewall which decides what traffic to be allowed. So, for example, if the hacker is going, I mean, if third person or any hacker is going to entering with some, I mean, any person is going to entering with HTTP protocol, but this firewall will be get stopped that protocol, and because it want to be allowed only HTTPS. Okay, so that's the thing here. So for creating this, I'm going to give create a security group. So I'm going to give a name. File. Okay. So and I'm going to check with, because this is going to be done by RTP. Okay, remote desktop connection. I'm going to use those method to uh, get into that machine. Okay. So and here the configure storage will be a 30 GB. The default storage of this machine is 30 GB. So which is given by which is already assigned by the AWS. But if you are going with because they already told that free eligible customers to get up to 30 GB. If you are going with 40, 50, they are going to cost some prices. Okay, so that's all. Then I'm going to give a launch instance. Okay, yeah. So it shows like successfully initiated. Okay. Then just click below and click the view all instance. So here it is going to show all the instance machines that you created. So just now I created the instance machine, I mean Windows machine. Okay. So it will take some time for the status check, but we can see all the details like availability zone, which in which availability zone we create those machine, like public address, and it is also we assign the some of our private IP also. So all this will be, it's going to be launching times or something. It's going to be shows in this. Okay, so platform, I'm going to use the Windows platform. So okay, just we will check with this. Okay, just click and give a refresh one. So yeah, it's now the instant state is showing as running. Uh, yeah. So see here in down, it's showing our private IP, public IP. So what all are the physical machine is going to have? So it's showing here. Okay. Yeah. So it will take some time for the status check also. So we will wait and we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. In those time, I will talk about these terminologies. Okay. See, Here I talk about this terminologies in easy to so instance. I said that launch instance. I said that it is a virtual server, nothing but virtual server AMI. So the Amazon machine images. So note, actually the yeah I want to say this. That not all OS also are free. Mac is going to be some cost, but something I'm sorry. So instant type, I said that it is a capacity or specification of this virtual machine's keep are used to securely connect to that server. So security group, it is a firewall which is going to decide that which traffic is going to be allowed, like which protocol going to be allowed like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just will refresh now. Yeah, see, in status check, it is showing 2 by 2 the checkpoint. Okay, so okay. After that, I actually already I selected this machine. Okay, I'm going to connect. You can ask, okay, we created this virtual machine, but how we are going to connect? How we are going to use this machine? Okay, just give a button, connect. Okay, so I already told that in the security group we are going to use the RDP. RDP means remote desktop connection. Okay, so I'm going to use this method. For using this method, we need a three main thing. Okay, which is like public domain names want to be there. Yeah, is already there. Amazon AWS.com. So username is want to be there, like administrator. Okay. The third one is important thing, which is a password. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm going to click the button get password. Okay. They are asking for a private key file. I already told in keypad there are two keys. One is public key and private key. The public key will be within the Amazon and private key is going to be with us. Okay, so I'm going to upload this file. I downloaded it right already, the windows key.pe. Yeah, I'm going to download this. Yeah, I'm going to open this open and upload this file, and I'm going to click the button decrypt password. Yeah, okay, so we all are ready with those three things. Okay, public DNS, username and password. Yeah, okay, then we will use this remote desktop connection method here. Okay. So see, I'm going to put a computer name like this. DNS will be copied and going to paste it here. And username, I'm going to copy this username, administrator, and I'm going to paste this. Okay, then I'm going to click the button connect. Okay, now they are asking for the password. Yeah, here is the password. So you want to copy this password, and I'm going to use this password here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give yes. See the magic happened in the remote. For example, I'm in UK, but I created the virtual machine in the region of Mumbai. So the virtual machine is getting ready. Yeah, it will take some few minutes or some time. It's taking time. It will take some time. Okay. Yeah. With the 1 GB of RAM, with the 30 GB of storage, I created the virtual server machine. So with this machine, I can use like adding ADDS active directories, or I can create the users like I mean whatever we are doing in physical server machine, we can do in this virtual server machine also. Okay, okay, that's all. Uh, yeah, I'll finish with this. Okay, so that's all. We created the virtual machine, the usage of EC2 service. Okay, here that's all we used for this purpose, and I'm going to terminate this process. Okay. We can also use, if you are going to use for a long purpose, I mean you are going to use for the permanent purpose, then you can use this for shutdown or something. But I'm going to use, I mean I'm not going to use this machine, so I just give a terminate or delete this instance, so it will totally all will be deleted. Okay, but it will be reflected in this page after some time, like 10 minutes. See, it's get the session has ended. That's all. Yeah. So I mean it will reflect on this page after some time, so we can check with after some times. So this is the one, this is the one which we are doing done in practical with EC2. Okay. Yeah, I already told with these technologies also. Thank you.